It is snowing today. It feels like one of those days where you just want to stay in bed all day. It's not horribly cold. It is -2 right now. I got a weird angle on my camera. Try to adjust that. I'm just trying to focus on my truck here. The snow was melting, the drifts are getting smaller, and then this happens today. So I filled my pocket up with the different kind of treats. And you guys might notice that one dog is limping there. That's Enos. Hi, Randy, and hi, Pauline. He came to the house one day, and halfway up his leg was quite swollen. Hi, Jonathan. And it's improving. I felt it. There's no broken bones, and the swelling is going down. I've seen this before in my dogs, where they just run too hard and either their foot catches in something or maybe they twisted their ankle. But yeah, it takes a while. They come back. Hi, Jovita. Yeah, it just started snowing, I don't know, an hour or two ago. And so I figured I am going to seek shelter in the shelter. And I know there's no straw in there. So I am grabbing a 5-gallon bucket for a chair. Because right now it is a little windy where I am. Thank goodness I did my chores a day or two ago. Oh, I can't remember. I think it was Friday. I dropped new bales for the horses. So, yes, definitely Canadian weather. And my spring break, this is my last. Won't be going hard with the lives anymore. I'm back to my regular live only on Sunday. Between this, it's about 12:30 right now. Hi, Louisiana. I'm always going to go live between 12:30 and 1. But I noticed today that there's a whole bunch of lives or premieres set up, so it's kind of tough to get a regular schedule in there. Hi, Anna. Thanks for coming in. Oh, I want to get to that shelter because my camera's getting wet, or my phone is getting wet. Here's Christy. She's probably just wondering if I have treats in my pocket. And doing chores over the past couple of days, I noticed these guys are growing. Their looks are changing. And he had his head stuck in the bale because you can see he's got some stuck on his ears here. Hi, Ed. Thanks for coming in. All right. I want to move towards that shelter so that my phone stops getting wet or snowed on. I don't know if Rip's going to let me through the fence, though. He's probably anticipating cookies as well. The thing about this is, in some spots, fences are getting higher or taller, but you have to lift them up on the snowdrift that is right next to it. So, hi, Iman, if I pronounce that correctly. I need to just get a set of chairs and set them up everywhere. That way I wouldn't have to use a 5-gallon pail. I mentioned it in a chat, and I don't know if he saw it, and I should say hi, Heather. But I know that he emailed me because he won a sticker. So I will reply to him. I plan on writing out some of my cards later today. Oh, look at Christy. She's following along with me. All right. Hey, Bo. So it will get done, Heather. Just setting my pail down. There we go. It's a little bit darker in here. She's like, where's my treats? So yeah, no walking today. You know, there were huge flakes earlier. You guys aren't going to be able to see me feeding her. She took it. What I have today, look, she's not even chewing it. She's upset. I brought out these little tiny treats because I know she loves eating so much. She's not so happy though, but oh, honestly, I'm leaning back. She's got her head right on my lap right now. So she's a horrible actress for the camera. She's kind of like taking the treat thinking, what is this you're feeding me? This is not the cookies that you gave me before. And she's blocking the camera view right now. But yeah, this is going to be my live today, hiding out in the shelter so I don't get snowed on. And I see in the distance Rain and Ty have come up just to see if I brought some treats as well. But the snow is falling straight down. There is not a heavy wind. And so this would just be a snowfall. It wouldn't be a blizzard. Yep, this is my property here. And my dogs are outside. They're probably going to get upset soon because anytime it snows, they're always racing for the door. And I could easily be sitting here comfortable, but Christy keeps putting her face on my lap. It's funny because she just took like 3 of those little niblets and she doesn't chew them. She's just holding them in her mouth. They're supposed to be apple flavored alfalfa treats. I'm going to get pushed off my pail here if these guys decide to come into the shelter. And it's funny I don't see Christy in here more because I was always told donkeys don't like getting their backs wet. I'm really enjoying seeing Kayce grow up. His face is changing. Oh, I'm probably going to have to stand up in a second. Christy doesn't know what personal space is. Let's see if Kayce likes these treats. Oh, just dropped those on the ground. I felt teeth on my hands, so he's used to opening his mouth wide because the cookie's big, but he got it. Is it? I just know that I can see the change. They're not looking like little babies anymore. He doesn't know how to take these treats out of my hand though, because he's used to the big cookie. And I'm dropping them on the ground because I don't want to get my fingers chewed. I still have not seen Kayce take one treat from me. But ooh, he's sniffing my face right now. The other thing I noticed about Kayce is that he's got these almost curled ear tips, and they're growing out. Who did I just miss there? Hi, Ricky. Oh, he's already changed the way he's taking the treat. Using his lips rather than his teeth. Hi, Carl. And this is Christy's on my shoulder now. There we go. You could see the boys in the distance. They're like, hey, what are you feeding the colts there? We want some. I can't even remember who came out. I think it's Cletus and Enos that came out with me. And then Bo is hanging out in the shelter with me. Hi, Roadhog. And hi, Kelly Bullock Experience. I think I remember that right, hopefully. Hi, Bob. Yeah, well, last year, what is it, April 2nd, I would have to go back. I think YouTube took dates off of things, though. But it was April, and I titled my short, or the video I put up, I titled it, This is April, because we got dumped on, like a foot and a half of snow, because I'm pretty sure we had a day off of school. And the last video I made, giving these guys treats, I had to edit out. Christy took the cookie and then she scraped her teeth across my fingers and she pinched my fingertip. So I had a reaction there. Pulled back my hand really fast. Look at her. You guys are missing it. She's grabbing my arm because she wants to get closer to the treat. And if you see the picture bounce, it's because she's trying to eat the camera too. I just don't want to get kicked because there's nowhere for me to go. Here, you have some. Kayce just doesn't know what treats are yet. Christy's such a pig. Here, take it, Kayce. Oh, if I could have a 360 view. Christy just rested her head on my shoulder. Hi, Jerry. Just hanging out with the colts today. It's snowing and I don't feel like walking through it. I'm sure there's a wind out in the open, but I'm in a sheltered area right now. Thanks, Kelly. I think the rest of the day I'm going to be relaxing inside and watching everybody else's premieres and lives. Yeah. I can't wait. Well, I can. I gotta enjoy their growing up, but I'm really gonna enjoy seeing what these guys mature out to look like, especially with Kayce and his coloring. Carl, are you saying it's getting ridiculous because of all of the lives and premieres? I think it's gotten more so because remember when you first came to YouTube, I had 2 or 3 channels that I watched, but now that I know so many more people, there's so many people that you can go to watch. Look at what she's doing. She grabbed my mitt. She makes me laugh. Oh, Christy. Jovita, so I just found out that I have celiac disease, which is you can't have gluten. Because what happens to me is you just get bloated and you feel awful. And I do have an appointment with a specialist on it. But I also have thyroid disease. And these are not big deal diseases. It's just you got to be careful with what you got to eat. So I was making cooking videos because, well, my daughter was doing a couple of them and I enjoy it. I don't know if I would call it a passion, but I am into, I'm into healthy eating. And I also was trying to get my 4K hours here. So I took one of my other emails and I made another channel and I called it Recipes with Raquel. And I have not posted there yet, but I want to keep this channel is going to be everything farm. It's going to be about the horses. I'll show if I'm doing farm work, and I'll probably have the garden videos on this channel. But anything that I cook, I'm going to put on. Hi, Rem. Thank you. Anything that I cook, I am going to put on that other channel. And what I'm plan on doing is taking any recipe that I am interested in and changing the ingredients so I can eat it. So if it had some kind of flour in it, like my daughter and I went out shopping and I bought coconut flour. She doesn't like coconut. We bought some other type of flour that she wanted to try. And I'm waiting we got to find matcha because we found this recipe for, oh goodness, they're like fighting right in front of me. Matcha chocolate chip cookies. I think that might be my first video on that other channel. So that other channel is just going to be kind of, if it grows, it grows. If not, I'm fine with that. It's going to be just for me, kind of something I enjoy doing with my daughter and myself. Enos, can you be quiet? Hi, MT. Hi, Terry, Mike. I'm getting in a dangerous spot here because the horses are really, really close. And I got a dog barking on one side. Everybody came into the shelter today. So if I get kicked on my live, oh well. I put myself in this spot. Ricky, no, the horses aren't cold because they have a really thick fur on them. And as soon as it starts warming up, I will be doing a video on just brushing them out and showing you how much they shed. And it's huge, the difference between their coat right now and how flat. Like, look at how long the hairs are on his face. That'll all be gone. They're kind of like woolly mammoths right now. Oh, and I got to brag. I guessed MT's clue today. I had to text her right away because I was so excited. Oh, Christy just bit my finger. That's Cletus right there. He's my biggest boy. He's over 100 pounds. And I think Rip wants some more treats. Oh, if you guys are getting an odd camera angle, it's because this is like 2 inches from my face. I don't know what you're asking there, Jerry. Hi, little homestead by the beach. Thank you for coming in. Just gonna be an hour of me sitting with the horses, if I make it to an hour. If I get too bored, I can always shut off early. I know anybody who's connected to Drew's Lens, he's having a premiere at 1 o'clock. Oh, I'm gonna lose my camera. So my phone sits on the gimbal and it's only magnetic, so if he pushes it too hard, it'll pop right off. But I think that's also prevents it from cracking if you drop it too. Oh, Jerry, I think they're just enjoying the treats that I keep shoving them, but I still can't get Kayce to take one. You could see the blonde hairs coming out around his eyes, though. He's turning more yellow. Christy. You can see, I can't even see the phone right now because Christy's face is right next to my face. I kind of got my arm underneath her neck. That's why I'm moving around so much and you guys are getting a bad shot. It's never that I could just sit here and film the pretty horses. They're right up in my face. Jerry, I can only ride Jack. He's the only one that's trained here, but this summer I plan on starting Ty and Rain. They're just as old as Jack, but I want them to have better manners and not be so scared. I only have them halter broke, so more ground training. And these two, I only plan to start training them for the halter because they need to go visit the vet. As soon as the snow is gone and I can trailer them, I will be going to get them cut. Nope, Carl, I am just a hobby farm. I do not have cows. My dad has the cows. I grew up on a cow farm and it's a ton of work. So all us kids moved away, went to university or college, got different jobs. Nobody will be taking over the farm, although my sister has moved back home as my parents age. But my dad is still running the cattle farm. He's 75 years old now, or he's going to be. Jovita, I have had goats, and they got out constantly because my fencing was poor. And it was my son's project. The goats would have babies and he would sell them, and we always had customers. But they would get out and they would go everywhere. They would eat my flowers. So the goat adventure is over. I also used to have rabbits. That was my daughter's thing. Oh, there's a squirrel in the tree somewhere. Well, yeah, Jerry, you know, he fluctuated between, in the beginning, I think he only had 20, and then he got up to 40. I think the most he's ever had is 80, so he was always a small-time farmer. Well, thank you, Jerry. Jerry Butler. Um, yeah, and farming is the only thing he's ever known. I don't know when he's going to retire because that's like stopping the only thing you've ever known all your life. Yeah, I do not miss the days of chasing cows and giving the needles, and it's a lot of hard work. We'd always be up in the AM helping my dad with gates and cutting twine off bales. But as we got older, the help stopped because we all moved away, and he's been doing it on his own for over 50 years now. Before the days of convenience stores, they did milk cows, but I don't think he milked cows when we were around. This was when he milked cows when he was a kid. Because the story was they used to take their glass and go straight to the cow and milk straight into the glass. He's twisted his leg or something like that. He's okay because I touched his leg and he doesn't cry. It's just very swollen, and I've seen this happen on my other dogs before. It's like they twisted their ankle. And so, it'll be a week or two before the swelling is down. It's probably 50% down now. I'm just watching. The dogs are hiding behind me and the horses keep moving closer and closer. So I've got maybe 2 feet of space behind me. You never know, I could get kicked. Hi, Canadian Family Life. Just connected to you guys. Actually, I think I was watching a live. I have to go back and watch some stuff because I put it to watch later. Did I get some new snow? It's snowing right now, Jerry. Look it. I don't know how clearly that is, but if the picture looks fuzzy, that's because it's snowing. I am hiding out in the shelter right now because I don't want to be walking in the snow today. And that is why these guys are covered in snow. Hey, Justin, there you go. Is Heather still here? Heather was asking if I've contacted you, and I don't know if you saw it in another live. I had let you know that Heather wants to gift her winning to you of a shirt. So I need you to go over to my bonfire and pick out the shirt that you would like. Yeah, I would say for 2 hours, that's quite a bit of snow. Look at this guy comes and stands me with his butt right in my face. Yeah, Randy, I finally was seeing brown lane, like you could see the ground already on the road, and it's going to be all covered up again. Hey, Shirley. I think I missed you coming in. Oh, there you are. You only see 1 or 2 comments when you're live on YouTube. Oh my goodness, Christy. Look at her. Right in my face again. There, that's my view. She stands right over me. Okay, good luck, Jerry. Yeah, I can't wait till the snow is gone so that I can start working with these guys. Hi, Jamie. I missed what Justin said. Well, Heather, he can select what he wants, or I can just do it randomly if I don't hear from him. Let's see. Looking over Christy now. It is snowing today, Jamie. I'm not sure who you're asking, if that was someone in chat or me. Canadian family. What province are you in, Canadian family? Carl, you know what I love watching from the UK? People on walks, because I like to see the scenery. New Brunswick. Are you guys getting any snow out there, or is it nice spring weather today? I'm trying to catch. Rip is playing with my mitt on the ground, but Christy's in the way. I apparently was not aware of all the toys they have out there for horses. Because I went to the feed store on Friday and I bought a licket, which isn't a toy, but it, hey Shaz, I did not know what a licket was before, and I was in somebody's live and everybody knew what a licket was. Or it could have been my own live. And there you go, there's Kayce. He still won't take treats from me. But I was asking whoever I was in this live with if they knew about the ball that you can stick carrots in, and they have heard of that too. So one thing I want to do is get some more toys for these guys. I have never really seen, I've seen the big balls that you can get, like a big inflated beach ball, I guess. Jovita, I just buy salt blocks for the horses. So here's Cletus. And they race and they slobber, and then it wraps on their nose. That's what that line on his nose is his slobber. I'm trying to get a good shot, and Christy keeps moving my arm. Hi, Simon. Thank you for coming in. Jamie, the only thing is, you know, if they get really angry with it, they can deflate it very easily. Ooh. My only defense right now is to put up my hand and say stop. Let's see. Hopefully I don't get run over in the next 30 minutes. That's their toy for the day, my mitt. I don't know what he's doing with it. Sorry, Carl. To me, it would be the same thing. I would enjoy people walking around Ireland. Hi, Jane J. I think that's going to be my thumbnail there. Really? What did they do with the teddy bears? Would they just carry it around like that? And Christy's trying to bite my hand right now. Thank goodness for the gimbal, because my hand is shaking back and forth. Okay, thanks, Shirley. Just like my mittens. Well, I've got tons of stuffed animals that we don't use anymore. I bet you the dogs would take it away from them, though. All right, this guy is now stepped on my foot. Just because he got closer to the dogs that are in the corner here. I'm really sitting in an unsafe spot, but If anything, I would just get pushed over. I don't think these guys can hurt me too bad. But Bo is trying to protect his space. He's sitting right here. Just letting them know they're getting too close to him. And this girl I keep pushing away. And him, still playing with the mitt. I think I'm going to have to take a short of this as well. The one thing I've never been able to figure out, though, is how to add music to a live short. When you clip your video. Yeah, Christy's really close, and that's why, there we go. Bo just barked at her, like, get out of my space. I'm not sure what he's trying to do. He must be very bored. But it's fun to watch. For me. Yeah, I won't have to walk anymore. Once spring comes, I can just film these guys playing around in the pasture. And they've never been out in the open. Once I get them cut and they're all healed up and a little bit bigger, because I don't want the other horses bossing them around too much. It's going to happen naturally, though. These guys will go out with the other 3 geldings. Oh, thank you, Canadian family. I'm going to enjoy, this is the first time that I've been videotaping the horses so much. I didn't start out like that. But I like seeing the progress because, like I said, I can already see the difference in Rip and Kayce. Like they're getting a longer face. Widening out a bit. Kayce's growing into his ears. They were like big bananas sticking out of his head, like a llama almost. Look at those little curls on top. Almost like a Maori horse. I don't know if you've ever seen those. They have these really curly ears. They just curl right into each other. I think I said the right name. Don't quote me on that. Oh, Justin, it was -2. I started off the video by saying that. -2 and snowing. That's Celsius too. I think next time I go for feed, I'm going to buy them the ball with the carrots. Do a video on that, see if he likes playing around with that. And yes, I am, Jamie. YouTube has not given me any hours in a day and a half. Just having to adjust my hand here because Christy's going to step on Bo right away. So I'm at 34.25 right now, and YouTube has not given me any hours in a day and a half. And I have a live that's going to be credited to me in there. So I should be over 3,500. And I don't know, there was a couple days that I said I was going to post every day and I backed off. There were 2 days that I didn't post, but I don't know if it's the weather. I'm kind of feeling exhausted. And then I thought, why am I trying to rush so much? If it happens in April, that's great. The thing that I'm very excited about is I talked to my daughter and I said, it takes a while before you can have your memberships opened up. But if she would be able to make me the emojis, and I have this plan. I'm not going to have tiers for my memberships because I don't really have anything to offer except for the emojis and stickers. So I said, can you make, like, I'd like to start out with the first month you get a donkey. And then the next month, maybe you'll get a palomino. And then you just kind of move up. So I don't know why. I'm like almost 50 years old and that excites me. But I think that's why most of us are on YouTube, because it's a fun hobby. Christy's trying to bite the gimbal right now. Trying to move over her head to get these guys in the distance. I should have looked at the forecast to see when the snow was gonna end. I never looked at how much we're supposed to get today. Cletus got spooked there. Well, and you know what, Jamie? I have stickers. We can do that exchange, because I remember, I'm pretty sure it was you that emailed me a long time ago, and I said I didn't have stickers yet. So this is my view. I got two dogs backed in the corner with me. Oh, and this guy is coming to see if I got more snacks. I just won 150. Oh, geez. This is not good. He just turned around with his butt to my face, but if I was standing up, I wouldn't have let him do that. But I'm sitting down on a 5-gallon pail, so there's nowhere for me to move. And then Bo is moving because Christy's coming in from the other side. She's standing at my back. And that's why he's growling. It's kind of like, stay away from me. Because Kayce's trying to get closer to him. I got a new email to match my channel name. Yeah, that's what I did for mailing, because my YouTube channel is not connected or signed up with that. That one's just for mail. But I had to put .est.2006 because there's a lot of Cottonwood Ranch out there, and I couldn't just have that as a Gmail. But can you guys see how he's turning blonde? The yellow is kind of coming out. He's going to lose all of this hair, and he's going to have a smooth coat, but you can see around his muzzle and his eyes how yellow he is. And they're back at playing with my mitt. Can you hear Bo? He's just groaning. Oh, I hope these guys don't start fighting here. So I get to lean on Christy because she's right at my back now. I use her as a bench rest. Yes, Jovita. You know, as the kids grew up and we stopped camping, I've lost all of my lawn chairs. I don't, like, even the fold-up ones that go in a bag, I don't even have those anymore. I'll have to show you guys Enos once he gets better too, just so you know. It's just a sprained ankle. I have seen him put pressure on it, but he's been out longer than he usually is because I'm outside. Yeah, I'll show you Christy again, but It's hard to get her on film because she gets so close to me. You know what, Jovita? I do have a Lazy Boy recliner that I need to throw out, but then when it snows on it, it's going to get all wet. I'm sure if I wrapped it in a tarp, I could do that. I could put it in the bush line just on the edge of the pasture and film the horses. She's so hard to get on film, though, because she's so close. Shaz, did you mean changing? Because you put word charging. My camera is like 2 inches away from my face, and I'm trying to get her in here. I may just do that, Jovita, because it's in my house because my daughter moved back home, and my son moved in with his fiance. So we had this extra chair, and the cats used it as a scratching post, so it's it's on its way out. Oh, she's making me bend over backwards here. Hi from the other side of the fence. The dogs caught scent of something in the bush. That's where they ran off to. Yeah, Christy is a sweetheart. I miss Baby. I had talked about that. It was her daughter, and she was born on this place. But my dad took all my horses because of the hay situation. And she ended up getting pneumonia out there, and she passed away. But she would just come when she'd see you. She'd come running to you, and I mean like really running. And then she would just stop and throw her head right on your shoulder when she saw you. It was like she was giving you a big hug. That's why my future plans, like this summer, in part due to the dogs, but mostly I want to get my stud and mares back, so I'm going to be fencing, and it'll take me a while, but I'm going to get it started this summer. I at least have to get the north side done and a pasture for the stud. And that's why I was debating whether or not I'm going to keep this actual shelter that I'm sitting in, because it was made for the goats and it's very short. A full-size horse does not fit in here comfortably. But after that, I want to start planning out a barn. Yeah, no, I haven't been charged. Ooh. Christy's actually throwing some heat on me. She's leaning right up against my leg, keeping it warm. I have my hand resting on her shoulder, showing you the shot above her. All right, thank you for coming in, Canadian Family Life. Yes, I'm just gonna go for another 10 minutes to put in an hour. Like I said, this is gonna be my regular live, whether it's a walk or hiding out from the snow by sitting in the shelter. The Monday live that I did, I also did a live on Friday. That was kind of a push for hours because I'm getting excited to be at my 4K. And I also had a week off of work. So I won't be doing the evening lives. It's back to my regular schedule next week. The one thing I didn't do was tape a regular content video yesterday. But what did I do? I want to get the stalls fixed in the barn. I want to get them cleaned out. I want to get the shavings put down. Hi, AR Guns. Because I want to start feeding these guys oats in the barn every day because I want to get them halter trained better. Yeah, Ovita. Oh, and if you guys didn't check that out, go check out the last 5 minutes of my Friday night live. Hi, old mechanic. I didn't realize what Petty Jean had done with his, hi Bill, horse name. And we were running that horse for, I'm going to guess, maybe an hour. And then at the end, I couldn't figure out why Jonesy was saying that. We started laughing so hard at the end, I couldn't even speak to say goodbye. So, it happens in the last 5 minutes. You can see Jonesy goes off camera because he's laughing so hard. Jerry couldn't speak, and I think I was just trying to hold it in too. I was crying there a little bit. I did make a short out of it, but you can see the whole, there's about 2 or 3 minutes of us cracking up because of the name that Bobby gave his horse. I can't imagine what the viewers were thinking. That's like a Simpsons prank phone call from Bart. Yes. I can't watch that short without cracking up because I was there and I remember how funny it was. And the way that Jonesy laughs, it makes you want to laugh. It's hard to watch videos of other people laughing without starting yourself. 16 people in the house. Thank you, guys. There's going to be a lot of snow to melt. Charcoal t-shirt, extra large. Is that the first one on the list, the premium? And you sent me an email with your address in it, so I will go to that email. I plan on doing that this evening because it's back to work tomorrow, and I usually don't go out to the mail unless it's a work day because I'll just stop in at the mail and do that as I'm driving because its mail is about, I don't know, 5 miles away. Yeah, you can see a lot how his face has grown longer. It is from The Simpsons. I haven't watched Simpsons in ages, so I totally, that one went over my head. Because I was sitting there listening to Jonesy talk, and I'm like, why does he keep saying that over and over again? And then it finally dawned on me. What is All Canadian Dogs Do It? Well, Justin, if I forget, I know I can just go back to my live chat and read it. All right, I have to push back because these guys are getting nippy and Christy's kind of pushing at me too. That's not good. Not good because I'm sitting on the ground, kind of. And I don't need him jumping on top of me. Back up. Back. Look at him, he's trying to nip me. I do like the way he looks, though. He looks a lot like his grandfather. Music video today? I saw, hi Kyle, I saw the Well, the video that I commented on, you saw that you replied to me. Yes, Jamie, I think so too. But I think the diamond in the rough is right here as well. He kind of looks, to me, he looks awkward, but if you can see beyond that, I don't know if he's going to have a Roman nose or not, or if that's just a ton of fur in between his eyes. But I don't mind a horse with a Roman nose. I think those Arabians with the dished head, I don't really care for that. Some of the videos you see on YouTube, they've got such a dished face that it looks awkward. And there's the view. And Christy's now changed sides. She's sitting on the other side of me. Another one. I'll have to go back. It's going to be a Palomino because his mother is a Cremello and his father is a sorrel. And when you look at genetic crosses, the only thing they can throw is a Palomino. It just is going to depend on what level of Palomino. Because I bought a pony for my daughter, and I still have her. I think I bought her as a 3-year-old, and she was pure white. And she was actually a Palomino. It didn't take till she was about 5 years old, and her Palomino colors showed, and she's a very light one. But when she gets her winter coat, she kind of goes back to being white. So some Palominos can be born and you see their color right away, but some Palominos are born white and they change as they get older. Jovita, my plan is to get a team one day. I'm not, I want to be practical about it. I want to get an old team that is trained because I'm not going to be training no draft horses. I've been watching, her name is Free Spirit Equestrian. She's from Michigan. And she goes to a lot of auctions. I enjoy watching her channel. Her channel has blown up so much lately. And I think it is because of the auction, but she's a high energy person too. So I think people are enjoying watching that. I know a lot of kids watch her channel. So she goes to all these sales in Ohio and Michigan, and she shows these draft horses. And I thought, well, if I have to one day, I could just cross the border and go get, but they go for good money. Like, I do not have that kind of money, and I would not get a pair until I have a good barn established. Because right now what I have, they have shelter in this area. Hi, Trumpet Master. Thanks for coming in. Yes, it is snowing. But once I get my mares, I got 4 mares and a stud. Like, just to expand, I want to make sure that I have a good barn. So barn comes first before I get any more horses. And I don't plan on expanding with my mares. I just plan on getting my horses back and taking care of them until they pass. They will not be anything but taken care of until they die of old age. So, and that is, I have Zephyr. She looks exactly like Rain because that's his mom. And she is a grade, I have no idea what breed. And Teddy looks a lot like Jack, except he's got a little brown spot in his blaze on his face, and his blaze is a little bit wider than Jack's. That's the stud. And then I nicknamed her Winter, but her registered name is TCR Drifting Snow, and that is Casey's mom. She's a Cremello with blue eyes. And then I have, are your chickens laying eggs? Oh yeah, Javita, they always lay eggs. I have them on good feed. They've never stopped. I get anywhere from half a dozen to a dozen a day. I have Gabriella. She is a dun, and that is Rip's mom. And Gabriella comes from Trip. Trip and Zephyr mated before he was cut. I did not know. And then they had Gabriella. And that's why I still have his bloodlines. He was Rios Dynamic King, and we nicknamed him Trip. And then I have Salty, which was my daughter's pony, and she's a little Palomino, but she's a huge pony. And I do have a video of all of them way back in the summer. I can't even remember what I called it. Just horses or something like that. But I have hit the 60-minute mark, and my toes are starting to get cold. I did enjoy this. I hope you guys did too, because I could sit and stare at my horses for hours and it wouldn't get boring. Brown eggs cost me $8 a day. Oh, yeah. Well, I buy a bag of feed is costing me $15, and that could last a week. And in a week, I get about, let's say 5 dozen for sure, because I don't get an exact dozen a day. I got some duck eggs in there too. So I don't know what the cost is on that, but I know I'm not paying $8 a dozen. But thank you guys for coming in to come watch my snowfall. It seems like it's getting thicker now too. But we will see you next week on my live. I have no idea if I'll be walking or sitting in a snowstorm. And maybe we'll catch you on MT. That should be happening in a half hour. Don't know exactly what time it is. But thank you everyone for helping support me, and I'm getting closer on my watch hours. And we'll see you next time.